Hey guys, rxlyaT here, and today I'm back with another Division video. And like I say every Saturday, it is Saturday, so that only means one thing. That is indeed the vendor reset. So as always, we start with the blueprints. Straight up, unfortunately it's not going to show, but there is a lightweight M4 blueprint on sale. Yes, you did hear that right, I said a lightweight M4 blueprint. One of the most powerful assault rifles, if not one of the most powerful weapons in the game so far. I highly recommend picking it up as soon as you get to this vendor. As well as that, there's a Super 90 blueprint, a firearms gloves, a stamina backpack, a hollow sight, a small laser pointer, a firearms gear mod, as well as a performance gear mod. But guys, remember, make sure you get the lightweight M4 blueprint. That should show up if you guys haven't already bought it, just around here. As always, over in the special equipment vendor, the exotics don't change, but the talents on them do. So the Centurion rolled with Expert and Ferocious, the Liberator with Ferocious, Determined and Destructive, the Historian with Prepared and Sustained, the Pecan with Destructive and Fierce, and finally, the Cassidy with Capable and Meticulous. Now we head upstairs to the advanced weaponry vendor. Over here we have a Rhino with Expert and Predatory, a converted SMG-9 with Vicious, Ferocious and Commanding, an enhanced ACR with Commanding, Fierce and Unforgiving, a Super 90 with Fierce, Predatory and Self-Preserved, an M700 with Balanced, Meticulous and Elevated, and finally a military RPK-74 with Determined, Dominant and Capable. This M700 actually has an 87% damage roll, so I guess you can make use of it, but the talents aren't that great. Right, so that's the terminal done and the base of operations. We're now going to start with weapons around the world, and then we'll look at some gear, followed by weapon mods, and then gear mods. So let's get to it. So our first port of call is DZ03 Safe Room. Here we have a really nice MP7. It's rolled with Competent, Responsive and Self-Preserved. Roll Self-Preserved for whatever you feel like, whether it's Deadly, Brutal or even Adapt. Guys, I highly recommend picking this one up if you have the DZ funds. Like I said, this was in DZ03 Safe Room. At the West 53rd Street checkpoint, we have a really nice AK-47 here. It's got Commanding, Destructive and Ferocious here. A great little PvE weapon, especially if you roll off Commanding for something like Responsive or Adapt. The classic AK is actually one of my favourite weapons in the game. I don't use it as much as I'd like to, but I do definitely recommend picking this one up if you do have the DZ funds. So like I said, West 53rd Street checkpoint. So guys, that's it for weapons this week. There's a few more, but all of them were pretty similar in how good they were. So I'm going to move on to gear, and we're starting in the DZ06 Safe Room. Here we've got a nice Tactician's Authority holster. Decent firearms, okay stamina, but low electronics. It's rolled with Skill Haste, so you could easily max out electronics or any of the other three main stats, and you got yourself a really nice Tactician's holster. Like I said, this was in the DZ06 Safe Room. So guys, it was a hard one to find gear this week, so I'm going to move on to the gear mods as we do have a few here. First up, we're starting in DZ04 Safe Room. Here we have a nice firearms mod at 260, and it's rolled with Skill Haste. So if you've been looking for these for the past couple of weeks because they haven't popped up, then I recommend visiting this safe room and picking up a few. Remember, this is DZ04 Safe Room. At East 31st Street checkpoint, we have a prototype stamina mod here with 266 stamina, 3605 skill power. Worth picking up, especially with 1.8 around the corner. At West 46th Street checkpoint, prototype electronics mod, 267 electronics and 3181 health. Remember, that was DZ West 46th Street checkpoint. So guys, unfortunately that's it for this week's vendor reset. Just remember, like I did say at the start of this video, make sure you pick up that lightweight M4 blueprint. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then let me know either by leaving a comment or by clicking that like. But as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.